Has that moved through the team yet?
I've not gotten any update on it. I believe everybody's past it. It's not on any, and it's not a concern about anybody missing any time or needing to watch anyone.
What if you could almost isolate one thing? What about this team has allowed you to have all the success on the road with the 10 straight wins in different environments?
Well, I just think we're a good team. You know, when we commit to trust in the pass offensively, to running the floor, to defending at a high level, you know, we have talent around, you know, in regard to our superstars, but we have role players that are starring in their roles, and you know, I don't know if that's why we're winning on the road. It's just why we're winning, you know, and we've got a confident group. They're very motivated to do something special this year, and you know, we're off to a good start, but that's all it is right now, is a good start.
What have you noticed from Portland the last week or two as they've been playing better basketball, at least from appearances?
Well, the first thing I noticed is, you know, they have a couple bad losses, but their schedule's been brutal. You know, they've got 13 losses, and I think 10 of them are against teams with winning records. You know, they had a lot of turnover with their roster around their two main guys, and you know, when you have that and you get hit with a hard early schedule, you could see, like, I can see why they struggle a little bit early. But teams like that have great continuity, a great system, a great coaching staff. You know, they're going to find some footing and get it rolling at some point. And I do think the addition of Carmelo has sort of changed their energy a little bit. He's come in and played really well for them and given them a big boost.
You've been in the league for a while and you've seen stars come and go, and maybe we don't realize, you know, how unique of a situation this is. We're still talking about LeBron James versus Carmelo Anthony in 2019. What do you think about that matchup that's still going?
I think it's great. You know, the two of them are friends, and I got to coach both of them in the All-Star game in 2014, I think it was. You know, it's always good to see guys that, you know, that are have such decorated careers, that came into the league together. You know, that have become friends. You know, have an opportunity to compete for a game that matters, and it should be a fun environment.
Coming into this road trip, did you look at it as what kind of test did you look at the road trip as a whole as?
Well, I didn't really look at this trip per se as much as I did just the month of December. You know, the month of December was just filled with road games against teams with winning records. You know, or teams that were playoff teams last year. And this team was in the conference finals last year, and you know, it seems like we're facing that every night. You know, so it's just a little bit of a litmus test about you know, where we are as a team. We know we had success against teams with lesser records, and you know, we're off to a good start against some of the better teams as well.
Talked about the Blazers, their roster turnover. You dealt with that yourself, obviously. Can you detail the challenges that come with getting the team on the same page early with so many new faces?
Yeah, it's just you know, rhythm and timing. You know, it takes time. You know, guys got to learn each other. They got to learn what the new coach is asking of them. You know, the new coach has to learn the players' strengths and weaknesses and how the parts fit together. And you know, it is just something that takes time. You know, you play against certain teams. We played Denver the other night. They had their whole starting five back, most of their bench back, coaching staff back, system back, and you know you have to play against their cohesiveness with the continuity bump that they get, and you know, it's a big challenge. It's something that Portland, the Trailblazers have gone through a little bit early, but you know, I believe they're going to, you know, they've already started to right the ship a little bit, and again, you know, when the season's over, I think they'll be one of the top teams in the West.
All right, guys, we got to talk defense first. I mean, there's no other way to do it. Back-to-back games on the road in elevation. The Lakers allowed 96 points each night. One night in Denver, one night in Utah. What are you seeing right now, Robert Horry?
You know, I'm seeing a team that's committed to playing defense, from blocking shots to getting in the lane. I know we're going to talk about the shot blocking ability that they have, but if you really look, they're playing the passing lanes very good. They're getting their hands on the ball. They're getting steals. They're getting deflections. And that's one of the things that people never talk about. And AC Fresh is one of the best guys at doing that. Rondo gets involved because we all know LeBron, but, you know, I'm going to leave this shot blocking to you, James.
No, I agree with you, Rob. I mean, they had, you know, 12 block shots last night. And you could tell when Utah was driving into the lane. They had shots, but they weren't quite sure if the shot blocker was there. I thought that was just an amazing stat. 13 steals. Rob talked about that. That means that the hands were busy, deflections. They don't have a stat for that, but there was a lot of deflections. So the mindset of this team coming in after playing in Denver, a tough team, a good defensive team, going into another high altitude situation in Utah, another good defensive team. It was an impressive start. 21 points in the second quarter, only 21 points in the fourth quarter. The defense held up and won the game for them.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Anthony Davis, he had the IV the first night in Denver, came back strong the very next night. He's outplayed Rudy Gobert twice now. I mean, is there any doubt that he is the front runner for the Defensive Player of the Year award?
He is, no doubt. He's number one. I think the Greek Freak is number two. But the way he is playing, he's moving his feet on the perimeter. You can see the other night in Denver, he had to guard Murray. He was moving his feet. And against Utah, he went to contest the shot, and then he hustled back in to block it from behind. And it's little things like that that show you that you are putting the effort and the energy into playing defense, because there's a lot of guys that do the fake defense. They stay in front. Next thing you know, the guy drives to the hole and lets him say, oh, I played good defense. No, you didn't. AD is committed to it. He's following through it. He's a heat-seeking missile when it comes to playing defense.
There's no question. I've never seen a big that size with that much length that could move laterally. He can switch out on anybody. He can switch out on a guard because he knows how to use his size, and he doesn't over-defend. He just kind of lets you do your thing, and he tracks you. Just like Rob said, he tracks you like a GPS, and he's a master at blocking shots. He's the reason why the Lakers are doing as well as they are.
All right, we've got to have a little fun right now. Robert Orr, you made 795 threes in your career. Dwight Howard has made 7, including the one from the corner last night. He enjoyed it. He was excited. The bench was excited. What do you think about Dwight, his play, and hitting a 3?
Man, his energy and his effort and his love for the game. I think he lost the love in the past 3 to 4 years, but he's regained it. And once you get that love back, you get the energy back. And the bench is behind him. The coaches are behind him. When you know you got that love from your brotherhood, it gives you like, he's blocking shots, he's rebounding. And he had the shot from the corner. He looked a little hesitant. He gave a little jab to get the guy off, and he shot the shot like he knew what he was doing. I've seen him after the game at home. He'll come back out after the game and take a lot of shots, he and Q. And that lets you know he's putting in the time, he's putting in the effort to make shots. But, hopefully that 7 can go to 700 like I have.
James, you made 117 in your career, so you could weigh in a little bit on this.
I made that many?
Yeah, I looked it up. Congrats.
I thought I was in single digits.
No, sir.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to see him taking that shot, but if the shot clock is running down and, he feels comfortable, hey, take one, one every 20 games. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right. Yeah, if when in Rome, right? I mean, why not? Lakers are going good. It would be fun to say, all right, road trip's over. Lakers can come home and have some fun. Still got to play in Portland. For decades now, it's been a tough place for the Lakers to play, even on the Shaq and Kobe teams. Let me rephrase that, the Shaq and Kobe and Ori teams. They had trouble playing up there. What is it about that place? Even though Portland kind of off to a slow start, you don't want to underestimate the Trailblazers at all.
You never know what you're going to get out of that team, because they can come with the energy, then sometimes they cannot come with the energy. So it's just going to be a very difficult game to play, because most of the guys on the team are Nike guys, so they head to the Nike store.
James, they got Carmelo Anthony, too. He's kind of done a little renaissance.
And from what I understand, he's adapting pretty well to the team, and it's always been a tough place to play. Even back in the 80s, it puts you to sleep. The sun is never out. So it's dark all the time, it's raining all the time, and it's cold.
Sounds like
and
LA
it's
these days.
It's just a tough place to play. You can't get your spirits up there. It's depressing. It's never any sun, and they've always had really good teams. So that makes it tough.
That's an issue too.
Utah had struggled coming into this one, but they had been so good here at home. So many good things for you guys tonight. What stands out to you the most?
Our defense. We just want to continue to battle on the defensive end. I think we played with great pace tonight. Was able to get a lot of points in transition. And then we just played together. We shared the basketball. But guys, made sure that, that we came out, defensively. We know that they've been struggling, but like you said, they're a great team at home, and You know, for us, you know, trying to put them away early, and then, you know, we've been struggling coming out in the third quarter, giving teams, you know, more life, and we gave it up a little bit tonight, and then we kind of found it again, and just try to make sure that we gave them no life and try to put the game away. But it was a great effort all around.
Obviously, we know where you want to be personally, where you want this team to be defensively. It's easy for us to sit out here and be so impressed with what you do on that end of the floor. But after a night like tonight, how do you assess the defensive end for yourself?
Just try to make plays, you know, help my team out.